This is Ash from New Year's Day, and that just happened.
Hey guys, this is Front Row Joe with That Just Happened, sitting down here with Ash from New Year's Day. Ash, thanks so much for talking with us. Thank you so very much.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So we're not even a month into the new year.
No.
2018, right?
Think about that for a second.
Yeah. What did you do for New Year's Eve?
Nothing. I didn't do anything, and I loved every second of it. My boyfriend and I did a cleansing, like a New Year cleansing kind of ritual at our new place, and like wanted to bring in the new year with positive intent, and we did that, and we made out at the countdown, and that's what we wanted to do, and we ate a bunch of candy and went to sleep, and that was perfect.
That sounds like a great New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, excellent. Well, big news today is Diary of a Creep EP drops today, correct?
It did this morning.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, it's a 6-song EP with 5 of them being covers.
Yes.
I thought it interesting that you did it that way, but totally awesome. You had picked songs that represented your influences growing up, and then also highlighted your vocal range. How did you whittle that down to 5 songs?
It was very, very, very hard. It took us all summer, actually. We started with a huge list at the beginning of Warped Tour and whittled it down to the 5. And then I was told I was picking too many 90s songs because that's the era of music I loved the most. So I was like, shit, you're right. We can't just do 90s songs. So then I picked a 180s song, and a 2000s song, which was the Linkin Park. The 90s era was a really important era for me because that's when I was, just starting to discover my personal taste in music. I was, 11, 10, around the age that you start making your own opinions on what's cool. And it was really hard to narrow it down because there's so much more that has influenced me. Like, I really wanted to do an Alice Cooper song so bad. I really wanted to do Feed My Frankenstein so fucking bad, but that didn't make the cut. I really wanted to do a Korn song. That didn't make the cut. So I'm like already pushing the label, like, let's do volume 2 so I can do all the other songs that I really wanted to do. But my number one, like, most proud song from this EP is fucking Hostile. I really fought for that one.
And you killed it. I heard the vocals. It's just incredible how you brought that. And where did you go in that place to bring that out of you?
Our producer Mitch Marlowe, who's also responsible for a lot of In This Moment songs throughout time. I think can't control the elements, right?
Don't mind us. We're just doing an interview over here.
We'll just edit that. Do you want to edit that? I say
and cut. Yeah.
Our producer. Yes, Mitch Marlowe, who had also done In This Moment songs. He did my favorite In This Moment song, which is Adrenalize Me. It's my favorite, favorite. He is amazing with vocalists, and he really knows how to help me find places that I need to find depending on what the song requires. And when it came to fucking Hostile, I wish I could tell you what he did, but I can't take all the credit because he really guided me to find that, like, super angry place.
That's awesome. So, you kind of mentioned it. There were songs that didn't make the cut. Maybe a volume 2 coming.
I hope so.
That leads into my next question. What songs did not make the cut, and why?
Korn, Falling Away From Me was going to be, that was a really, like, one I was really pushing for, but like they said, I was choosing too much new metal and too much 90s, but that's basically everything I like, so it was hard to, like, narrow that category down specifically. But with the passing of Chester, I felt really strongly about doing a Linkin Park song, so that's why Korn kind of got put to the side. And I was like, if I'm going to do a Linkin Park song, I would still get chills when I think about it. If I need to do a Linkin Park song, now's the time, so that's why we chose that. And then it was a toss-up between, like I said, Alice Cooper or fucking Hostile, which was no question. They're like, you can choose one. I'm like, well, fucking Hostile. obviously.
No-brainer.
That was a no-brainer. I've been wanting to do that song for years, way before the prospect of a cover compilation came up. But so many people in the past, like, you know, maybe former team members would say, "Are you sure you can handle that? Are you sure you can do it? You're a girl." And I was like, "Well, fuck you guys. I just want to do it more."
Stand back and watch.
Yeah. So that's why that song specifically is the one I'm most proud of. I think I did it justice. Like, I feel really good about it.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
We're playing it live tonight, by the way.
Oh, special bonus.
Play it live. Come on. It's just, I wake up in the morning and I think, okay, it's like 10 more hours till I get to play fucking Hostile when I'm on tour. That's my favorite part of the day.
Oh, that's perfect. Well, talking about the songs that are on there, you also cover a Garbage song, and you have a little help on the vocals from another badass rocker chick, Lizzie Hale. How did that come about?
We actually signed to Hailstorm's management company about 6-7 months ago, which also happens to be in this moment's management company. So we're in a good female-fronted universe right now. And so I got to know Lizzie after being on tour with her, before me at the APMAs, and she's an incredible human being, and it was kind of a no-brainer to ask her to sing on that one. So.
And she seemed, I saw other interviews, she seemed only too happy to do so as well.
She has to be the nicest human being on the planet. So if she's ever watching this, Lizzie, you're fucking nice. Really nice.
Good. Other big news. So you're working on a new album, which you're set to release maybe in the fall of this year. Is that correct?
We're hoping. It doesn't have an exact release date right now because New Year's Day in the past has always only had very small windows to record records. So we really get to be choosy about the songs that were on there. This process is different. We're letting the record tell us when it's done. So it's really hard to say when that's going to be.
Well, that's great. And that leads into my next question is, a lot of bands have different formulas for writing the creative process and how they come up with songs, chord progressions and lyrics and all of that good stuff. Can you tell me a little bit about your creative process and how this is going for the new record? Also, too, are you in creative? Are you recording? Are you tracking? Are you mixing? Where are you in that?
Right now, in the record process, we're in the songwriting category. Like, we're sending me out to write with different songwriters. I'm flying all over the country to meet with different people and feel out new styles and new approaches and new techniques. And through that, I find people that click with me. Some work out, some don't. You know, it's like going on a blind date. Some people you're going to want to go on that second date. Some people you're never going to want to talk to again. So it's been a lot of trial and error. And through that process, I found some new and exciting songwriters that really get me and get what I want. And because it's just me writing, which is hard because I don't play any instruments. So I have to like find people who understand my language. And so that's where we're at in the process right now. Just a lot of experimenting. Because the last thing I want to do is not progress or just do the same thing. You know, nobody wants to hear that.
Right. And you mentioned that the record is going to tell you when it's done. Also, too, with the creative part of it, are you have a certain goal in mind of how it should sound? Or is that also going to speak to you as well?
I want the record to be very cohesive. So I think in Malevolence there was some really amazing moments, but I feel like there were also moments that seemed displaced, like didn't fit on that record. And I think that's because we had such a small window of time to make it, because our touring schedule in 2015 was nonstop. So, which is kind of New Year's Day's issue, why it's been so long making the next album. We keep getting offered these amazing tours, and we go, well, we were going to make a record, but we can't say no to this tour. We go, okay, one more tour, but then that just keeps happening. So we're going to put our foot down this summer, and hopefully that'll be when we do the record. But as far as what I want it to sound like, I just want it to be more grown up. I want it to be more cohesive. I want it to be heavier. I want it to be more honest than I think I ever was in the past. So it's going to be a process. You know, it's going to take a while.
So it's going to represent an evolution of you as a person and also as a band as well, and a writer?
Yes. Yeah.
Excellent. What kind of that just happened moments have you had up to this point? Or moment? What one moment?
Crazy one.
Yeah.
I just had a super nutty one. When I was in high school, my favorite band was My Chemical Romance. And Rob Zombie and Alice Cooper, you know, those were my heroes growing up in Marilyn Manson. For some reason, in 2017 and 2016, I just like was blessed with getting to work with all of those people, you know. I have my side project called The Haxons with Piggy D from Rob Zombie, and then I see Alice Cooper all the time at award shows, and he in a recent interview said that we were the next generation of metal. I was like, wow, that's fucking nuts, because that's what I listened to when I was a kid, right? That's crazy. And then we recently got a songwriting offer from Gerard Way and Ray Toro, the singer guitar player of My Chemical Romance, and I got to go to his house and write a song with him. So it was just fucking weird. It was weird.
Kind of a pinch me.
It was weird. We were both, Gerard was laying on his stomach on the ground right here, and I was laying right here, and we were both writing. And I told him an idea, and he goes, yeah, that's really cool. I like how you put that. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Gerard Way just said he liked my writing. What the fuck? So, but I had to play it cool. I'm like, yeah, totally. You know, it's weird.
That's great. That's a perfect that just happened moment for sure. So along with writing, you said you're going to put your foot down, but is there anything else in the works? I know you've got a clothing line. I know you're doing makeup as well. What's next for Ash or New Year's Day?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of doing everything I want to be doing. So just growing all of that and learning how to stay sane would be a good one, like in the midst of it all.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, we certainly appreciate your time. Thank you so very much. Looking forward to the show.
Me too.
We know it's going to kick ass.
I hope so.
Can't wait to see it.
Thank you.
Awesome.